Carcinosinum, also referred to as Cancerinum, is a homeopathic nosode derived from cancerous tissue. Its origins are rooted in the pioneering work of James Tyler Kent, who initially utilized fluid from mammary cancer to create a remedy aimed at alleviating pain and discomfort in terminal cancer patients. Over the decades, Carcinosinum has evolved into a remedy of profound utility, addressing not just physical conditions, but also inherited tendencies and emotional vulnerabilities. Dr. Burnett also contributed significantly to its development, employing it for inherited conditions like infantile self-abuse and pre-malignant states. This preparation represents the culmination of centuries of observation and understanding of the cancer miasm, a predisposition to diseases rooted in familial or genetic weaknesses. It is prepared following stringent homeopathic principles to ensure safety and efficacy while retaining its energetic essence. Carcinosinum embodies sensitivity, both emotional and physical. Those who need this remedy are often perfectionists, driven by a need for harmony and approval. They are deeply affected by criticism and prone to feelings of guilt over imagined wrongs. They strive tirelessly for acceptance, frequently sacrificing their own well-being to please others. Imagine a child who meticulously arranges their toys but crumbles emotionally under mild reprimands. Or think of an adult who works tirelessly to create an immaculate home yet feels unworthy of praise. This inner drive for perfection often arises from a profound fear of rejection or failure. At the same time, these individuals may find solace in dancing late into the night, basking in thunderstorms, or engaging with nature, reflecting their complex balance of vulnerability and vitality. Carcinosinum individuals are naturally empathetic, compassionate, and deeply connected to the emotions of those around them. They possess an artistic sensibility, with a love for music, nature, and creative pursuits. But they can also become overwhelmed by the darker aspects of life, such as grief, cruelty, or horror. Children who benefit from Carcinosinum often display remarkable intelligence and maturity at a young age. These precocious children may speak with the articulation of an adult or demonstrate advanced skills in learning, art, or music. However, their emotional sensitivity makes them vulnerable. They crave affection and validation, but often suppress their own needs to avoid conflict or rejection. Such children may experience sleep disturbances, persistent insomnia, night terrors, or a need for constant parental reassurance. Sleeplessness is often ameliorated by being rocked to sleep. Physical ailments linked to emotional stress, recurrent infections, asthma, eczema, digestive issues, rectal prolapse, or even burning pain in the ascending colon. A precocious sense of responsibility, taking on roles or burdens far beyond their years. An example might be a child who excels academically but is devastated by a teacher's mild criticism. This child might develop a stomachache or fever after an emotionally charged day at school. These physical manifestations often stem from their suppressed emotions and intense need for approval. Carcinosinum women are often passionate, devoted, and deeply empathetic. They form strong emotional bonds with their loved ones, but may struggle with feelings of inadequacy and guilt. These women often suppress their own desires to ensure the happiness of others, leading to emotional and physical imbalances. Common symptoms include menstrual disorders, painful cramps, ovarian cysts, or premenstrual syndrome. Swelling and tenderness of the breasts before menstruation is also common. A strong but often unfulfilled need for affection, sometimes expressed through heightened sexual sensitivity or excessive attachment. A deep love for nature, art, and music as a refuge from life's harshness. For example, a middle-aged woman balancing work and family may appear composed but secretly battles insomnia, anticipatory anxiety, and a fear of failure, finding comfort only during quiet moments by the sea. Physical appearance. Characteristic signs include a café au lait complexion, blue sclerotics, numerous dark moles, or an earthy or dusky skin tone. Cravings and aversions. A strong desire for chocolate spices, rich foods, ham, fat, onions, and garlic. Aversion to eggs, fatty foods, and certain smells like mustard. Sleep position. Preference for sleeping on the abdomen with knees tucked under or the knee-chest position. Emotional traits include being intensely affected by criticism, deeply empathetic and prone to brooding over perceived failures. Energy patterns show improved energy in the evening, despite fatigue throughout the day. Environmental reliefs include improvement near the sea after short naps or in fresh open air, worse in stuffy rooms, heat, or during emotional stress. Other symptoms can be twitching of muscles, tics or blinking, asthma triggered by laughter, cold air or undressing, and abdominal pain worse from 4 to 6 p.m. Differentiating Carcinosinum. Carcinosinum shares traits with several other remedies, but stands apart due to its unique blend of sensitivity, guilt, and perfectionism. Natrum muriaticum. Both remedies address grief and emotional suppression, but Natrum muriaticum stems from significant losses, while Carcinosinum reflects an ingrained fear of rejection and inadequacy. Staphylos aureus shares themes of suppressed anger and indignation, but Carcinosinum's guilt and need for harmony are more pronounced. Phosphorus, both are sensitive and empathetic, but Carcinosinum patients are more introverted and perfectionistic. Medorinum shares love for the sea and emotional extremes, but leans more towards thrill-seeking behaviors. Tuberculinum restless and passionate, but with stronger ties to respiratory issues and inherited tuberculosis traits. Nux vomica. Similar perfectionism and high drive, but with irritability and digestive-focused symptoms. Arsenicum. Album shares fears about health and cancer, but is more fixated on orderliness and physical complaints. Applications and summary. Carcinosinum is particularly suited to individuals with a family history of cancer, diabetes, or chronic illnesses, emotional sensitivity, perfectionism, and guilt. Physical ailments tied to suppressed emotions such as asthma, eczema, digestive disorders, and menstrual issues. It is also effective as a remedy to unlock cases where other well-chosen remedies fail to act, paving the way for deeper healing. By addressing both the physical and emotional aspects of disease, Carcinosinum helps individuals reconnect with their inner vitality and overcome the burdens of inherited tendencies. A daily life example. Picture Anna, a talented musician with a passion for perfection. Her days are spent practicing tirelessly, but the smallest critique leaves her feeling crushed. At night, she lies awake, replaying conversations and worrying about her mistakes. She avoids confrontations, striving to please everyone around her. Despite her immense talent, she feels like a failure. Carcinosinum brings her relief, helping her embrace her imperfections and rediscover the joy in her music. Similarly, imagine David, a young boy prone to asthma and eczema, who struggles to express his emotions. His nightly routine includes hours of being rocked to sleep by his mother. Carcinosinum helps ease his physical symptoms and fosters a sense of emotional security, allowing him to sleep peacefully and thrive. Finally, think of Sarah, who suffers from burning abdominal pain and frequent asthma exacerbations. Her symptoms often worsen in the late afternoon or after emotional stress. With Carcinosinum, her physical discomfort subsides, and she gains the emotional resilience to navigate daily challenges. Carcinosinum is a remedy for the deeply sensitive soul, offering healing and balance to those overwhelmed by their emotions and striving for unattainable perfection. It reminds us of the beauty in imperfection and the strength in vulnerability. Disclaimer. This information is intended solely for professional homeopathic practitioners. The author accepts no responsibility for any misuse or incorrect application of the remedy. It is recommended that this remedy be used only under the guidance of a qualified homeopathic expert. That's a wrap for today. Are you familiar with holistic treatments? Have you ever thought about trying homeopathy? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you're curious about more remedies or would like me to dive into a specific one, let me know. I'm always excited to explore new topics and share insights with you.